It's been 3 days since Paige Birgfeld was last seen, and former husband Rob Dixon shares a secret with police. He tells them what he says led to the couple's 2005 fight and the reason they ultimately got divorced. And it's a shocker. Paige had been working as an escort during their marriage.
As the mystery into Paige Birgfeld's disappearance grows, Colorado investigators dig into her background, and they dig deep.
What they uncover are new names, new faces, and a suspect list that grows by the minute.
In the mid-90s, there was a strip club in Denver called the Mile High Saloon. And in that strip club was a part-time dancer named Madison. Her long-term goal was to save enough money to get breast implants. Her husband at the time said stripping made her feel better about herself and more powerful. But it turns out Madison was just a stage name. It was, in fact, Paige.
Women may be coming into the commercial sex trade with a low self-esteem, and the compliments and the flattery can feel so good to somebody who feels insecure. My name is Megan Lundstrom, and I am a survivor of domestic sex trafficking and commercial sexual exploitation. As women, we generally feel insecure about our bodies. So having tons of men that are not only complimenting us, but willing to pay money can feed this illusion of like self-worth and confidence, absolutely.
So the chronology goes like this. When Paige is dancing in Denver, she's still married to husband number one. They get divorced in 1997. A year later, Paige meets Rob Dixon and they marry. And in 2005, the business-savvy Paige finds herself literally at a crossroads.
On the third floor of an office complex and using the company name of Grand River Acupuncture, Paige Birgfeld is in business. And it's not the acupuncture business.
Paige had a business which she called Models Incorporated.
Hello, you've reached Models Inc., Colorado's premier gentleman's service.
Models Incorporated actually has no models, and it's not a corporation. In fact, it's just Paige putting a new spin on the world's oldest profession.
Although she makes it appear like Models Inc. has numerous women available to clients, Paige is essentially a one-woman show catering to all callers.
We found out that she had a double life. She was a really talented business owner who had 4 different businesses going, 3 of them legitimate, and 1 of them was an escort business that only a very few people knew about.
I didn't talk to Paige about being an escort beforehand, but it just came up when we'd had a mom's night out. I was surprised. That's not the average thing a mom says. Hey, so I picked up this part-time job running an escort service. Paige used a different name for the escort service. She used the name Carrie.
Women in the commercial sex trade use fake names for a couple different reasons. First of all, to protect themselves from buyers. So making sure that buyers can't show up at their house, they can't show up at their kids' school.
Paige's online ads likened her erotic massage services to filet mignon, while referring to the competition as chopped meat. This is not to say everyone who called Models Inc. was looking for sexual services, but those who were paying filet mignon prices.
Paige charged the most that I've ever heard, and that in some cases was up to $2,500, and for the most part, $1,000 to $1,200 for sex. Lots of people have secret lives, but I think with Paige, as you dug into her life, you found out that she had financial issues and that she had to make additional money. Even her parents had no idea that this was going on in her life.
Selling sex, the end goal is to make money. I feel like we shy away from talking about the financial component when the reality is that's a huge piece of it, is women need to make money, and for whatever combination of reasons, there aren't enough viable options, and so the sex trade starts to look like an attractive option.
Paige talked to me about the massive mortgage that she needed to take care of. And of course, it's monthly, so it weighed on her. She couldn't find a one-time deal and solve her problems. Paige and I had conversations about her decisions carrying an element of danger. And when someone gets to a really difficult place in their life, you have to make a choice.
Women in the commercial sex trade have a mortality rate 40 times higher than the average woman. So if that doesn't tell you something about how dangerous it is, I don't know what will.
I flat out told her, there's danger. And I guess I just, again, put those blinders up. I just live a normal soccer mom life. What could possibly happen?
It's incredibly deadly, but I think most people genuinely think it's not going to happen to me. I'm somehow going to be smarter, wiser, more informed.
I think you never know who you're going to run into in that kind of business.
Through the investigation, we quickly realized that she had a separate cell phone that she was using for an escort business.
We had obtained her cell phone records, and she had received numerous calls that day and determined that her last call had happened around 9 p.m. that night of June 28th. We determined that many of them were clients for her adult service, and right at that point we had at least 7 suspects.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.